could be a Xiaoyan. So you take the left side. If that's your thin and variable in the left side, that would tell you the Xiaoyan. But up until this point, all these techniques is still based on guessing. Right, so what can you do further to confirm it? This is what I do, palpation. Right, so a case. So the patient, that is the patient coming, is one of these clinic student clinic patient in London where I'm teaching. This patient coming in with coughing, for 2 weeks coughing, whole day coughing, but worse at night. Wakes up with coughing at night. And so the patient coming with me, let's say the coughing is a dry cough, not much cold, not much through the phlegm, and feels thirsty. But then, well, generally the patient feels very tired and all this, the patient, the student coming with me, only just all these, they say, I can't find anything else, symptoms. So it seems to be wrong. I'm just the patient tired, dry coughing, not much cold, and worse at night. How can you discover from these points? So I say, check the pulse, check the tongue, red tongue, the pulse, not the lung area, it is kind of floating but weak. And this is what they call, they say, okay, I think this is the lung heat or with some phlegm troubles. I say, yes, but this is only still guessing because the pulse can only tell you that much if you're not experienced enough. What else you can do? Check the back. If that is a wind problem, or check the meridian on the lung and large intestine meridian, you will find out what's wrong. So we check on her back, on the bladder 12 and bladder 13, they're both sensitive, but bladder 13 more sensitive, especially on the right side. Okay, and we say, check the lung meridian, large intestine meridian, which one feel more strong? To find out the right lung 5 stronger.
You mean you go along the meridian and find out?
Yeah, you can find out. Yeah.
That's the first time I hear it.
Tomorrow we'll talk about that. Tomorrow will be more palpation. Palpation will tell you a lot more. They're more precise to tell you. Some of the confusions you cannot find out from the pulse and tongue, meridian can tell you. Okay? So from that, analyze the palpation, the result of the palpation. All on the right hand side, bladder 13, which is the facial, and the right side, the lung 5, both. And so from that point, we'll say, what do you think from this result? If you're thinking the left and right. For me, always left and right will tell you yin or yang. Left side more yin, right side more yang. Okay, so left side is yin because she has more sensitive on the right side. That definitely to yang problems. And lung shu more than the Fengmen. That means lung heat. And if she has a lung deficiency, will be here. Lung 5 on the left side more sensitive than right side. Yeah. And also analyze from the symptoms, the patient coughing at night, it does show, could be wind cold problem wakes people up. Could be yin problem wakes people up. But also Xiaoyan problem can wake people up. I say, did you check Xiaoyan? Where did you check Xiaoyan? Bladder 17. You check the bladder 17, very strong sensation on that. Then I'd ask a question, further question, which the patient, the student, we find out. I said, do you feel bitter taste in your mouth? She said yes. Okay, so that all comes to a final conclusion. This is actually lung heat with some lung yin deficiency, plus majorly Xiaoyan blockage. Yeah, so for your treatment, if you miss out the Xiaoyan treatment, it will not work to the final stage. If you miss out the herbal medicine, if you only use that lung heat clearing, you can only work that bit, but still not the full cover. So a whole treatment will be Xiao Chai Bu Tang together with Sang Dai Pi, Huang Qing, Shi Gao, something like this, or Lian Qiao to help with the lung heat. Yeah, and minor, a small group of like 枇杷叶 or 百合. This is my book description. If you don't choose 300皮, good enough. Or you can use a bit more higher 黄芩. Yeah, but do remember to put a little bit yin on it, like the 枇杷叶 or 百合 to make it that one. Yeah. So I think that the pulse and tongue is not only just a kind of a process you touch and you feel and then guess, right? It's always, for me, it's always a question and discovery to find out the last.
It's possible, like that kind of patient, it's possible because she also feel tired. It's possible like a lung qi also deficiency, like put some weight.
If you do find out a point, the lung feel very hollow, the lung qi point, level 13, that could tell you that's lung qi deficiency.
So can put the weight.
That's right, yes. Yeah. But other way of telling is the pulse, but this need more experience for you to. They were talking about the outside is qi, inner side is the yin. So you can tell. You have to sort of maneuver your fingers to touch the exterior. So exterior side of this one will be qi, lang qi, more further in, lang yin. Okay, that is from Zhu Dan Xi, the Jing.
Sorry, I don't get it. What do you mean by more yin or more yang? What do you feel? Inside.
You have the pulse, right? If you feel that, so this is if the patient coming with you, this is the right side, okay? So 3 partitions, this is the left, this is the lung, this is spleen, okay? Quite often, when you have the pulse, the veins or the arteries here, if you move your fingers more out this side, it will be this side, right?
Okay,
that is the qi side.
It's the qi side.
The qi or the yang side. Okay. And if you move more further inner, that will be the yin side.
Okay. What I have learned is to distinguish between the yin and yang is according to the depth of the pulse.
That is another way of telling you. Because again, even the pulse itself, it's a reflexology system. So you can tell the yin yang by outside, inside, top, bottom. You can also tell this is the shangjiao, this is the zhongjiao, middle jiao and lower jiao. They're all different. And then you can have the head is here and the heart is, the lung, everything's in there. But you need to train your finger to be very sensitive. I'm not that level yet, and I'm not dedicated into that level because I don't think it's necessary really to feel in that way. There is a famous doctor, well, yeah, he is a Western doctor, he's an ultrasound specialist, and he developed his own pulse technique. He's not learning Chinese medicine, but he compared his patient's ultrasound results with pulse reading. In the end, he developed his own style of pulse reading. And he can tell exactly what happened in the body. It feels just like a whole body lying on the pulse.
Is that being published?
One of the doctors in Australia is named Liuzhong. He's using these systems of reading. You might be able to find it out by Google it and find out. A lot of the other doctors nowadays they share his knowledge about the pulse reading on that way. Yeah, but what we're talking here is more traditional. We don't really go into the details of those, which I think my personal prefer is not necessary because it would not tell you the 5-element relationship in here. Okay. Okay, so the right side is the lung, spleen, and the bottom, kidney yang. Kidney yang. But also, there are other arguments about what this one stands for as well. Okay. Alright. Yes. Because yes, it does reflect the kidney yang, but it also reflects the lower jaw. So it reflects a lot large intestine issues. For me, if there is a very strong pulse and slippery pulse here, it usually indicates the patient doesn't have a good bowel movement. So if you feel the rare position of the right hand side very slippery, very wide, normally is the constipation problems. Right. But then if you do feel a very strong kind of wiry pulse linked together, spleen and lower rare position, wiry pulse. What does that mean? On the right hand side.
That means stagnation.
Thinking about five element theory, five element relationship. If there is a very wiry pulse in here, in the middle and the lower jaw, wiry pulse.
Liver and spleen.
Right, and it's affecting the large intestine. This actually is IBS pulse. Yeah, if a patient comes in with this, you can straight away tell them, I think you have IBS. But that's the position we will talk about later. So, that's another system of reading. You can see that. It's kind of similar to the yin and yang I was talking about. You see, the outside small intestine, because that's the yang side, and the inner side of the heart, of the large intestine here, lung here. But these are two, I say, to me it's a little bit more confusing. So I personally don't use that system. And mainly, for me, the location, the position of that mainly is the 上焦, 中焦, and 下焦. So upper burner, middle burner, and lower burner. Then you can look more deep into the organs. Yeah, lung and spleen and large intestine. I will not include it if that's strong in the large intestine. Because you're not supposed to have very strong yang, kidney yang. What does that mean? If there is a very strong kidney yang here, very strong here, very forceful, too much fire. Yeah, actually it's, especially if you have very strong here, and the left hand side, very strong there as well, position.
Very strong?
Very strong in here.
Yeah, I have a patient at the moment who has a hugely strong kidney yang pulse, and he's a cancer patient. His right kidney was removed, and he's on constant chemotherapy and will be for the rest of his life.
The stroke, is that on a superficial area or a very deep down?
Superficial, and as you press and press and press, it still stays strong.
Okay. So basically, this actually is different because this is, if it's very strong in the deep, then normally indicate blockages.
Yeah.
So there could be a lot of blockages in, happening there. Yeah. But if it's this one strong, and the left hand side also very strong, but you press deep, it's disappeared.
Yeah.
It's actually a young lack of anchoring.
Yeah.
So it means the yin is not really embraced and anchoring and ground the yang for a lot of cases. Right. So,
Can I stop you here, please?
yes.
So on the scale or on the balance, so when we have a kidney yang up, how can you have kidney yin up as well?
It's because the yin is not anchoring, so the yang floating in the top.
Okay, so the yang is floating, we know that. But that means the yin is sinking.
Yin is not sinking. Yin is not sinking. If you have this side very, very strong in a deeper position, okay, so that also indicates the blockage. The blockages of that. So that could be the damp coat. That's what I said, yin sinking. Yin sinking means the damp coat sinking down to the bottom. Yeah. Again, pulse that might tell you the right story. You might misread the information. Then you can also do palpation to confirm right, how to tell if there is a yang, if that's a yang issue, if that is the yin issues, lack of anchoring. Quite often, if it's yang uprising, touch the tummy or touch the back. Yang uprising, upper of the tummy very hot, the top of the back very hot, and the bottom very cold. The lack of anchoring, yang rising. And if it's to do with the yin deficiency, yin deficient heat, the lower the kidney area is